What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up coming at you with a video here. And what you're looking at right here is I haven't really talked about this since it happened, since a couple days after it happened, because I've been hurt and I'm still hurt. But I saw this, and I didn't read the whole thing right up front, but this little bit that I read kind of got to me. I'm still a little pissed off, but this made me even more madder. As you can see right there at the top of the screen, the headlines read, O'Brien said Hopkins trade was in Texans' best interest. Oh boy. And as you can probably see right there in the video, it says DeAndre Hopkins had desires to play for another team during the 2019 season. Don't know how true that is, but hey, if it's true, it's true. Don't know, never heard of it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read the whole entire story here. So bear with me. The Houston Texans stunned the football world in March when they traded DeAndre Hopkins to the Arizona Cardinals, and we received some clarity on their reasoning Friday. Bill O'Brien explained the team's decision-making process when speaking to season ticket holders at a virtual town hall. It was in the best interest of our team, Bill O'Brien said via the Houston Chronicle's Aaron Wilson. DeAndre Hopkins was a great football player. We loved DeAndre Hopkins. He had 3 years left on his deal, and he wanted a raise. David Johnson is going to be a great addition to our football team. Johnson's bloated contract and lack of star-like production in his last 3 seasons made him appear more like an albatross in his trade than an asset. But as O'Brien made clear above, the Texans view him as a potential helpful addition. The other part of the trade, though, a second-round pick and a 2021 fourth-round pick for a four-time All-Pro receiver in his prime, made it appear more like a lopsided swap. As evidenced by O'Brien's response, the Texans feel good about the move they made, avoiding adding salary to an already healthy contract for Hopkins and getting a player at a position of need, as well as a couple draft picks in return. Time will tell whether it was a good deal. For now, O'Brien's Texans aren't looking back. Wow. Now I want y'all to go back up to the top of this. Towards the top of the screen, what you're looking at right now. It's in the best interest of our team. How can this be in the best interest of your team when Hopkins was the best interest in the team for a long time? When shuffling through quarterbacks like crazy during the 2015, 2016, and you can say the 2017 season as well, when it was Deshaun Watson's rookie season. Hopkins was the man. He was the reason why tickets was being sold, why people came to the game to watch him play. It's just self-explanatory. Then when you said Hopkins had 3 years left on his deal and wanted a raise, do you not think DeAndre Hopkins deserved a raise? Are you kidding me? After all this man has done, you basically treating him as if he was Antonio Brown or somebody. The man has done nothing, and you treating him like he's Antonio Brown. You treating him like he's. I just don't get it. I don't understand. You're treating this man like he's basically a criminal. You're getting rid of him like he's throwing out the garbage because he wanted more money. Don't you think he deserves it? When he's on the field, defenses pay attention to him more than they pay attention to anybody else. Even when Kenny Stills is on the field with Hopkins, they still double and sometimes triple team Hopkins. and say you're going to make somebody else beat us because they know Hopkins can. I mean, common sense. And then, if you go down to the middle of this screen, well, it says the other part of the trade, though, a second round pick and a 2021 fourth round pick. This is the part that got me. For a four-time All-Pro receiver in his prime made it appear like a lopsided swap. Duh, of course that was lopsided. Not saying nothing bad about David Johnson. Never really paid attention to him playing. Of course, I'm a Texan fan and I watch my Texans. But when you're sitting here saying that the only reason why you traded him is because he wanted a raise, we all know that's BS. The man wanted a new deal. What is wrong with that? This man earned it. This man earned it. When his team had nobodies, like I just said, throwing him the ball, the man was still always second or third in receiving categories. You put Julio Jones above him. You put Antonio Brown above him. You put a lot of other good receivers above him. But at least those receivers had decent, solid quarterbacks throwing him the ball. Hopkins never had that until the start of the 2017 season. And I think it was like game 6 or game 7 or something like that when Deshaun Watson got hurt, missed the rest of that season. And then the 2018 and 2019 season. That's when he finally, you could say he had a decent quarterback. After all this time, this man been with the Texans for about 9 years or somewhere around there. 9 seasons. Yeah, somewhere around there. Anyway. And ever since he came onto the scene with Andre Johnson, excuse me there, Andre Johnson was happy to get this dude. There's been reports that Andre Johnson was jumping for joy when the Texans selected DeAndre Hopkins. Then you ship Andre Johnson out because he's not a yes man. Hopkins is the man. You never heard a word out of Hopkins. Excuse me now, sorry. You never heard a word out of Hopkins. Man never done no wrong. You never heard about him on social media going crazy, talking about this and that. He never committed any crimes. You never heard about him like out in the nightclub and his friends did that and that. You never heard really anything linked to his name that was just negative like that. So I guess what I'm saying is you traded this man for nothing. You just wanted to get rid of him. Let's just be honest. I said this before and I still say this. I think the only reason why they traded him is because Deshaun Watson is going to demand a big payday and they cleared up salary cap space. Because that's basically what Bill O'Brien was trying to say at the end of this article. I've said that before, and I still stand by that. But there should have been a way that you could make it work with these. No. Because these guys had chemistry. Instant chemistry. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about the coughing. These guys had instant chemistry right away. I don't know if it's a Clemson thing. They didn't play together at Clemson, but they both went to Clemson. Separated for like, what, about three, 4 seasons, something like that. Anyway. And these guys balled out. Now, you traded away DeAndre Hopkins. Now, Deshaun Watson is sending out subliminal messages with his tweets, basically saying he wants out. Because you gave away his good friend, his number one guy, all that. So the only thing that I have left to wonder is, as a Texan fan, What in the hell do Bill O'Brien have planned now? Because there is no way in hell that you can tell me that this was in the best interest of the team. This was Bill O'Brien's ego, I guess you could say. This was Bill O'Brien basically saying, I run this. If you got something to say, you can leave. This was basically Bill O'Brien saying, the hell what you think. The hell with the fans of the Houston Texans, that is, or the fans of this particular player, because there are people that are just fans for players, fans of a team because of a player, and that's fine. That's that's what you do. That's what you do. Not knocking it, but I for the life of me just can't fathom why. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, sorry about that. Excuse me. One more time. Anyway, I for the life of me just can't understand. Why in the world would you trade away a star player on your team? Because if you think about it, like I just said, this is the guy that brings in money to this franchise. We all know J.J. Watt did at a point. We'll put it like this. We all knew in the beginning Andre Johnson brought in money. We all know J.J. Watt did. Well, Aaron Foster, J.J. Watt, then Hopkins, then Deshaun Watson. Now, what kills me is this man wanted a new deal, and you're getting rid of him. But you had no problem giving J.J. Watt a new deal before his original contract was up. So why couldn't you do the same thing with Hopkins? How come you couldn't work some numbers to make it happen? Yes, I still do believe that, they're trying to save up money for Deshaun Watson because Deshaun Watson is going to demand a big payday. Whether he stays or goes, whether Deshaun Watson stays or not, Deshaun Watson is going to demand a big payday because quarterbacks always get the big payday. Whether you agree with it or not, that's a whole nother different story. And I do believe that's what, like I said in the beginning when the trade first happened, a lot of people were saying I was making excuses for Bill O'Brien. I am not making excuses for Bill O'Brien. We all know that's what's going down. Deshaun Watson rookie deal is finna to be over at the end of the 2020 season. And of course, he's going to want a new contract. But the way things are going, he might want out of the Houston Texans now. So, and we're going to be right back at square one, searching for that franchise quarterback. Like we was at first for the longest. We had Matt Schaub. A lot of people didn't like him. I thought he was okay at best. A lot of people thought he was a joke. But, hey, the man won a passing title. I think also, too, he had the most touchdowns in the season one year. If I'm not mistaken, I got to look that up. I could be wrong. But he didn't really do that good, I guess you could say. I'm going to put it like that. Anyway, so that was basically the only real good quarterback we had. In come Deshaun Watson. Since the Texans been in the league since 2002, we get a quarterback in 2017. That's 15 damn years we waiting. And you mean to tell me when you trade away his, well, I ain't gonna say his best friend, but his good friend and his number one target, his old reliable, faithful target, you mean to tell me that you willing to put all that at risk for a contract situation? I don't believe it, not one bit. I think it's something more than that. To all y'all Houston Texans fans, to DeAndre Hopkins fans, to Deshaun Watson fans, y'all leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Anyway, this is your boy Man Up. I'm finna go ahead and chunk the deuce. And as always, you was in the man cave, now I gotta kick you out the man cave.